Hey guys, and welcome to my Runescape flower game guide slash a few tips. I decided to make this video because I was betting this morning on the flower game and saw this girl lose 86 mil, I think, or it was 96 or 86 mil. It ended in a 6 anyway. Yeah, and she lost that, and I was thinking, how did she let herself lose that? So I thought I'd make just a few tips, just in case people really don't know. But I thought people would know this. So obviously the flower game, if you've never played and you don't want to, and you are wanting to play, and that's why you click this video to learn a lot more. You go to the Grand Exchange on Will 2. I'm currently like Will 15 because I didn't want to get spammed with messages because it's the biggest members world. So if you go on World 2, walk around the Grand Exchange, you'll see a load of people saying hot or cold. Try and get someone who's got a lot of people betting on it because they're more likely to be legit. Even though I just risk 100k with them first time, see if they scam me or whatever, and if they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. But anyway, so yeah, that's who the sort of people you want to be trading. Or you can find people with a rank in if you find their clan shop, then they'll have a rank, and then you'll know that they're legit. So anyway, if you go to the bank, so it's all. My first tip is how much money you spend on when you go betting on. So I have got currently a 4 mil cash pile. Now if I wanted to go betting now, I'd take no more than 300k of that, because I'll tell you what, because if you take 4 mil and it goes wrong, you'll end up just betting it all really, and you'll lose it all. If you take 300k then and just betting 100k's, then you can make, well, if you lose it all, you lose 200k. But you have 3 bets, and you have to be sensible. You can't just guess. You have to wait a little bit and see what flowers are coming up. If two, wait for 2 colds to come up with 2 hots, and then go in the third one. You bet and try and make it hot, because then there's more it's just all about probability and luck at the end of the day. But what this girl did is she took a whole 96 mil cash pile, bet 10 mil, probably won, and then bet 50 mil and lost. You know what I mean? It's just, you've got to know when to quit, and you've got to know when to stop betting. So what I did earlier is I took 300k out, I bet in 100k's, I did the odd 200k, and if I won the 200k bet, I'd go straight back to 100k's, because I'm not rich enough to risk betting big yet, because I've only got 4 mil and a few random items. I did have 50 mil but lost it, but that'll be in another video. So what you do is you take your 300k, you bet in 100k's, you go on someone who's being used a lot in the flower game, so there's a few people already betting on him, try and find that, or you just bet with somebody new and take one risk and see how it goes. But say if there's a load of people betting, just watch it for a bit, watch to see what colours are coming up, and try and predict what will be next. If there's been a lot of colds recently, better for hot. If there's been a lot of hots, better for cold. And if there's been a lot of if you haven't seen a rainbow colour that's hot, cold, and one other colour, then just wait a bit, because often you'll bet and then that rainbow thing will come up, and then you'll lose no matter what, unless you guess rainbow, which is a bit lucky. I've never even tried to do that myself. So yeah, so then let's say let's go back to the beginning a sec. I took my 300k out, I won, got to 400k, won 500, 600, 700, and I got to about a mil, so I made that 300k say 1 mil. So I thought that was a good start, and then I was telling myself, if I keep betting now, I will start losing, because I went on a real winning streak really. Because I was win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, and then I won about 6 or 5 bets in a row of 100k. So then I just logged off and had a break for a bit. I say do that because you'll get too carried away and you will just start losing money and being stupid. I properly didn't take any risk. If I did take a risk, this is another thing as well, if you're going to have a risky bet, which is a bit more of a guess than normal, let's say you just turn up and you just bet hot when you don't even know, you just turn up and you say hot when for all you know, the 6 flowers before that could have all been hots as well, so it's most likely to be cold. So you just run up and say hot. What I normally do is I wait for say there's 2 colds have just come up in a row, and then I say hot, thinking it'll be hot because it's most likely to be, and then it's cold again. I'll bet 100k on that hot, and it'll turn up cold and I'll lose, but always make sure you have another like 100k or whatever you've just betted with you ready, so you can trade them again straight away and say hot, because it's been 3 colds in a row then, and then it'll most likely be hot. If it's 4 in a row, you've got very, very unlucky, because that's what I did a lot. I lost 100k thinking it'd be guaranteed to be come up as my colour. I lost it, and then next bet straight away win it straight back. I did that a few times. So just to clarify, just a summary, if you've got under a 10 mil bank, I'd only take out 300, 400k and bet in 100k's. If you start making like a nil profit, bet the odd 200k, but don't consistently bet 200k's. Just bet the odd 200k and then go back to 100k's, just to increase your profit again if you win. Another thing, the second thing, if you're on a winning streak, just go take a break for a bit. Same if you're on a losing streak, just go take a break for a bit. Or if you've lost all your money from that 10%, say I took 300k out, now lost it all. If you lost it all, don't bet again today, just leave it. Try again another day, take another 10% out, or take another 300k out, depending on how much money you have. And if you're winning, again, like I said, just bank it, go do something else for a bit, be happy with your profit, don't get too carried away. Because like this girl did, she won a few times, lost a few times, and next minute she's cleaned. She says she's lost all of her 90 mil, whatever it was, and that is just too much to lose, if you ask me. That's another tip. Watch the flowers ahead of you. Like if there's 2 colds, it's most likely to be hot. If it's too hot, it's most likely it's going to be cold. If you haven't seen a rainbow for a while, just stick around, let a few other people bet, just to see if one comes up, and if it does, then you can forget about it for a while. Well, normally they're not very rare. Having said that, I got 2 in a row earlier, so never mind. But yeah, I think that's all my tips really. Just go Will 2, run around the GE, like the outsides of it, where all the little banks are. You'll find somebody legit. Be cautious. There are a lot of legit people, like these level 10s that are like hot and cold times 50. And, you just know it's absolute bullshit. So just don't listen to them and ignore them pretty much. Or try to find somebody in those clans. I can't remember how you get into that. But yeah, I think that's it really. Just take my tips on board, honestly. Make sure you don't get cleaned. Don't take out too much of your cash pile. Oh, and another thing, if you've lost some money on betting and you haven't got a cash pile left, don't start selling items to get your money to then bet again, because that's how you get cleaned. Start off, before you bet, get some items that you want, or that you use regularly. Say if you go woodcut knot, keep your D hatchet there, keep blah blah, and then make a cash pile of. I wouldn't start. I don't know really. Have a cash pile of say a mil to a bill or whatever you want, and then start betting. Because I don't want you to bet lose, because you will lose eventually, and you will like lose like 300k every now and again. I don't want you to lose if you're very poor and be left with no cash whatsoever. I want you to be able to come back another day and try again, which is what I do. So yeah, I think I've said everything. I've probably confused a lot of people, but again, I'll write the tips in at the very end of the video, just so you can have a bit more of an idea what I've said if you don't understand me completely. I've been Steve from Global Gaming. If you want to check out more videos from us, then we've got videos from Zach, Sam and Jack and myself. Just go on our channel, click the videos little tab, scroll through them all, see one you like the look of, and yeah, have a look at it. So yeah, I've been Steve. Cheers for watching, goodbye.